Hey kids, doesn't look like a saw, does it?
Hey, it's Saw Surgeon. Got a little something different for you today. We are working on a 2000 GMC 6.5 liter diesel. It ran perfectly, however the dash was really cracked up on it quite badly. It was a Mobile, Alabama truck. We harvested the dash out of a Michigan truck, which was in really good shape, and I had one of my assistants install it last week, and upon completion, truck would not start. So it led me to believe something was unplugged, because the truck did run flawlessly prior to that. So I went back in, tore the dash most of the way back out of it. Everything appeared to be plugged in. So started doing some diagnostics. See if I can show you what I did here. Okay, this particular injection pump on this truck is electronic, so you see that I have a plug disconnected from the PMD, whatever that whatever it means. It's the driver, what tells the injection pump what to do. Okay, there's one particular wire in general. The green wire needs to have 1.2 volts at cranking, and when I turn the key on, I get like 0.5 volts. As soon as I started cranking, it would spike up to 2.5 volts and then immediately drop back down to 0.5. And I just, like I say, I checked everything. So what I've done here, tapped that wire, comes over to the lead on my test probe, because that probe will not fit into that plug properly. So I've taken a piece of vacuum line, just folded over the wire just to make connection there. We've got a good ground right at the battery here, and I have the multimeter right on the cowl so we can see what's going on. Now before I figured this out, before I thought of doing a video, when I would do this, turn the key on, see the voltage doing some crazy things, 0.56, whatever, start cranking, it goes to 2 point some odd, whatever. Okay, so went through all sorts of different diagnostic troubleshooting guides and whatnot online, and that's where I came up with testing that wire. So that led me to believe that I was on the right path there, but then to find out why. So as I said, I tore this dash back out of the truck, checked all the connectors, everything was in. I had given up. I have scheduled an appointment, which I now hopefully need to cancel, and was getting it prepped back together to send to another shop in humility, to reluctantly surrender it over to somebody else to work on. Maybe you can see me better now. Well, in the process of cleaning up the shop floor, the old dash was laying here, and as I'm picking up the pieces, there's a module stuck to the bottom of the dash. It is presto right here. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is a GM VATS. It's their ignition control, so like a security thing. And that being, it's the same part number as the one that was on the old truck. So therefore, immediately I thought, well, maybe it's not wrong, you know. But then I got to thinking, well, maybe it's programmed different, or since that truck was parted out, maybe there was a reason why that truck wasn't running. So I climbed underneath the dash, found out where it was even located. I kind of had reference point to the pieces, but literally that dash was broken into pieces, so I kind of had to imagine where it lay. It's right in the center over the transmission hump. I managed to get it unplugged. I think the theory is that you wouldn't be able to do that with it all together, which is part of the security piece, but we got it out, plugged the new one in, and as soon as I did that and tested it, now we have 2.5 volts, so it's probably a minimum of 1.2 volts. So we're going to plug that connector back in, and let's see if we can make it happen. So get the test light unplugged. I should have had some light down here, but I don't know if I can do this one-handed. This is part of the reason why I've been apprehensive about doing YouTube stuff, because I'm not real pleased with the equipment I have. Okay, I'm gonna set you down for a second. Don't. Okay. Had a couple of pins a little out of alignment, so shall we try this? Roller on, weight light on. We're back in business. Okay, so I'm relatively pleased with the outcome of that. That was hard fought and won, let me tell you. So anyway, that's something else that I do. So not just saw surgeons, not just log splitter surgeon, but a little pickup work too. You might not be able to hear me, but I can shut it off now. All right, thanks for tuning in.